Hey everybody. Hey Chuck,
Yeah,
what do you call your YouTube channel again?
everything defensive carry, why?
A what?
Everything defensive carry, why?
Hey, welcome.
What are you doing?
Well, I would like to talk about something.
Is this thing on?
It's on. How about you come and sit down and we chat a little bit?
Alright.
I would like to talk about open carry versus concealed carry. Just to give you a little background, what's on my mind. Some time ago, some friends and myself, we walked in town, and at two different occasions, we saw somebody wearing a gun out in the open. And I could clearly see from their responses that they did not feel comfortable with that, and to be honest, they expressed that they were afraid. So yeah.
Well, was there something about the guy that made him afraid or feel like he was going to do something?
Honestly, no. I think it's just the fact that they saw a gun. Because, you know, normally when you see a gun, you see a police officer.
Yeah, the school of thought is that if they're carrying a gun on the outside, they're probably a police officer, and that means that they're safe because they've got training and they're going to be safe. They know what they're doing. That's a general ideology. But you know, the OC versus CC thing, that you know, open carry versus concealed carry. This is something that's always been debated.
Okay.
Some people say that when they see somebody open carrying, that you know they're a liability because their guns in the open. The bad guy will see them and they'll be the first target, so on and so forth. The argument on the other side of that is that the bad guy will be afraid of them because they see they've got a gun. So you know, it just kind of goes back and forth. Two twisted narratives there that really, you know.
I could see that.
But I think what you're saying is a perception, right, of what the perception is from other people.
Correct. Especially from people who are not gun owners. How do they perceive a person that carry a gun in the open versus one that conceal it?
Yeah, you know, I think that's one of those topics that we've not covered. You know, how did this person look?
Fine. I mean,
did he look scary? Did he look like he was a bad guy?
Not at all. I mean, he was well kept, jeans, a leather belt, nice looking shirt tucked in. He even had an extra gun magazine in a leather, I don't know what you call it, I don't know if it's still leather pockets.
Magazine pouch. Yeah.
Magazine pouch. So he looked fine. You know, sometimes some people can look dodgy with their body language to create the impression of, okay, he's up to something, but he was just minding his own business. He was going to order some food, and his non-verbal language, his body language, was one of confidence.
Well, you know, see, I'm overseeing the day around the house here.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I would say he pretty much looked like you.
not as good looking as me, but
Sure, yeah.
Was he rocking an alligator holster?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Just a regular leather.
Well, yeah,
holster.
he's kind of lower level open carrier then. No, but seriously, perception is something that we don't think about. You know, I really don't put much thought into how other people perceive me. You know, and there's an argument, there's a debate about we're supposed to be good representatives for the gun community. But what do you think would be some things about somebody? Because obviously this guy looked normal. He looked like he could have been a everyday guy, neatly dressed, but they still had a concern. Yeah. So obviously it's not just the dress, right?
No, I mean, I think first of all it's the ignorance behind just seeing a gun in the open. The ignorance towards gun laws. We know that Kentucky has a law that says that you can carry a gun. You call it OC, right?
Yeah, it's short for open carry.
So just the ignorance, not knowing what the rights of people are. So that's one thing that I think is the main reason. And then obviously also the ignorance about, and that's on a whole other topic, but you know, guns cannot go off by themselves.
Right, right. Well, you know, the open carry, I mean, some people do open carry because they don't have other choice. Some jurisdictions or states, it may be illegal to conceal. They may not be able to get a permit. So the law allows them to open carry.
Yeah.
So they have to open, so that's the only way they can carry it. Other times it might be somebody who only has one gun. You know, and it's a larger service-sized gun.
That's a good point.
And so when they try to hide it under a t-shirt, it doesn't work. You know, it looks like an object under the t-shirt, you know, a big outline of a gun.
Yeah.
Or a tumor, a growth coming out of your side. So most people just say, the heck with it, I can do this legally. It's not really hidden the way I'm carrying with the clothes I wear, so I'm just going to wear it on the outside. And so, you know, there's a lot of different reasons that people may OC, open carry. Personally, it doesn't matter to me either way. I usually prefer to conceal my gun because I like that element of surprise. And I don't like the thoughts of everybody seeing what I'm carrying. You brought up a good point. If they know you got a gun, they might follow you home because they might know you got more guns at home if you got one on you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a valid point. It's as valid as any of the other points. So there are reasons that people may choose to open carry, you know, that the general population is not aware of. What can we do about it?
Yeah, I mean, at least he wasn't wearing a floppy holster, something of Velcro.
Oh my gosh.
It's not sitting correctly. I mean, that kind of, even though you say we are judgmental, and unfortunately we are.
Yeah, we are, whether we want to be or not.
Because some people can afford the best of the best,
Right.
including myself. But nevertheless, you know, if a person would wear a holster that doesn't close the area of the trigger, it's floppy, that would have been a concern to me. But the fact that he had very good quality accessories actually shows me. To be honest with you, I get the idea that he knows what he's doing, and there's a confidence that I have in a person like that versus a person that wears something that doesn't sit right against the body, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of a pet peeve of mine too. Once again, I have to remind myself, hey, you know, this $6 nylon holster, it might be the only thing they can afford.
Yeah.
You know, this skinny belt, I mean, we have to be careful, but at the same time, we have to recognize the fact that, yeah, we too are judgmental. And, you know, people are going to do what they're going to do. I would say, did you say anything to your friends?
No, I mean, there was nothing I could say because, to be honest with you, years ago, I would have had the same mindset.
Right.
Plus, Chuck, the media has really not helped. The media has portrayed the person with the gun, this particular gentleman, in a very bad way. A person that's protecting themselves is now seen as the bad guy all of a sudden.
I tell them.
And that's also a perception that's very wrong, because we have rights. We have rights,
Yeah.
and we can protect ourselves. And just because you protect yourself does not mean you're a bad person.
Right. Well, I think you bring us some good valid points. And I think the thing that we might want to think about when we go out and we open carry maybe is how we present.
Yeah.
I know some people aren't going to care about that. And that's up to your individual prerogative. Okay, that's your choice to make. But I do feel that we should represent the gun community in a positive light. And so, to the best of your ability.
Yeah, and unfortunately, again, the media has, if I see a person with a gun, my first thought would be he's a Republican. So there's a stigma behind that as well. But in general, it also depends on location. I mean, I don't think I necessarily would like to carry open in California versus Kentucky or Texas.
I'm going to be in California.
Right.
But, well, listen, we're going to have to wrap it up. Did you start the timer when you turn on our
No,
camera?
I did not. But thank you for chatting with me.
So listen, are you going to pop in more often?
Well, yeah, I'm not as comfortable as Chuck is behind the camera, but I just had a question and I just wanted to talk. I was in a talkative mood, and thank you for talking with me. And I want to say hi to the subscribers.
Yeah, we thank all the new subscribers.
Yeah.
Trying to bring you content that's not covered so much, kind of off the beaten path, but relevant, you know, stuff that's relevant to defensive carry. So
Basically, Chuck, if I can just say, just keep in mind how people on the outside see you when you carry a gun in the open. There is a form of perception, and just pay attention to that. Thank you.
thank you all very much for watching,
Ciao.
and we'll see you on the next one.